Hey everybody, welcome back to Cruise Blog. It's Allie, and today we're going to be talking about all of the cringy things that you might encounter on your cruise ship while having dinner in the main dining room. Let's get into it. Eating is a quintessential part of any cruise vacation, from the all-you-can-eat buffet to indulgent three-course meals in the dining room. Because of the variety of dining options, you're unlikely to go hungry while on board, and there will always be something tasty to satisfy your palate. However, there are a few odd quirks about cruising that someone new to vacations at sea might not expect. For example, eating dinner in a cruise ship dining room is unlike anything you'd experience at a traditional restaurant at home. While I look forward to not worrying about cooking or cleaning while on a cruise, there are definitely some cringy things about eating in a cruise ship dining room that might catch some people off guard. Up first is napkin waving. Waving your napkin in the dining room might seem odd, but it's a tradition used to show appreciation for the crew members. While it's a nice gesture, some cruisers have raised concerns about its hygiene practice. One person on Cruise Critic posted, "This is not a tradition, it's a nasty behavior which flings all type of things into the air and is encouraged on some other cruise lines during the entertainment portion of the evening by the wait staff." Another person on the Cruise Critic forum said, "I cringe every time I see people doing that in the Lido dining room. What the heck is wrong with people? It's just disgusting. And the waitstaff have to pick up those nasty napkins, and then they reset the table with whatever was on the napkins on their hands. No wonder people get sick all the time, particularly on longer cruises." Another cringy thing in the dining room is that there are loud announcements. You might also be encouraged to cheer or clap from the dining room team. Picture this: you're talking to your family about what you loved most about your excursion, only to be interrupted by a loud announcement over the PA system urging everyone to give a round of applause for the dining room crew members. That loud applause in the dining room can feel very out of place, especially when you're just talking or wanting to enjoy a peaceful meal after a long day ashore. Some cruisers love joining in on the cheers and showing their appreciation with other cruisers. However, others feel distracted by the uproar of noise. If you're someone who doesn't like to be bothered during your meals, I'd recommend mixing up your dining schedule and reserving a quieter and more intimate specialty restaurant. Another cringy thing is the uncomfortable pressure from the serving team asking for positive ratings. Crew members strive for positive ratings on their surveys, and dining room team members seldom will let you forget about that post-cruise survey. The survey asks various questions and allows you to share your honest opinion about the ship, including the crew members. That said, one of the most uncomfortable parts about eating in the dining room is the pressure from some crew members to provide good ratings, as it helps them earn perks like a day off, a free specialty meal, or even a stay in a guest cabin for one sailing. Negative ratings can hurt their chances of a contract renewal. In specialty restaurants, poor reviews could even demote these servers to the main dining room. Still, it's bothersome to be reminded of the post-cruise survey when you're trying to enjoy your meals during dinner. The constant nudging may also make cruisers feel like they need to give a perfect score, even if there were some issues with the service. Another cringy thing is the crew members singing and dancing. As if loud announcements weren't bothersome enough, some cruise lines encourage their crew members to perform synchronized dances during dinner. Carnival Cruise Line is known for doing this. Keep an eye out for colorful shirts that the dining staff will wear as they signal that a performance is about to begin. Other times, an announcement may come over the speaker welcoming a crew member to the microphone to perform a song. That's right, you might be serenaded by a crew member during your dinner on a Carnival cruise ship. I've also had a random magician approach my table and perform a trick. Though impressive, it exemplifies that the cruise ship dining experience isn't exactly what you might think. Almost anything goes in a cruise ship dining room, especially with mainstream cruise lines, so just be prepared for anything. Another cringy thing is sharing a table with strangers. While this is more a thing of the past, don't be surprised if you're assigned a table with strangers on your cruise. For instance, when I cruised on board Carnival Ecstasy a few years ago with my sister, we were seated at a table with 6 other people. Sometimes the conversation flows naturally. However, it can be uncomfortable if you don't want to make small talk about your day with people that you just met. On Reddit, one cruiser said, if we cruise without the kids on the first day, we always go to the main dining room and check out our table to make sure we have a table for two, and we ask to change it if not. We did a cruise a long time ago with two other couples at our table, and they were very annoying, so we ended up not going to the last 3 dinner nights, which was not great. Also, while dining in a cruise ship dining room, you should prepare to order all courses at once. When your waiter comes over to take your order in the main dining room, you should be prepared to order all 3 courses at the same time. Many first-time cruisers are surprised when they realize they have to order their appetizer, main course, and dessert at the same time, and it often leaves them scrambling to quickly select their courses. Of course, if you're not ready to place your order, your waiter can come back in a few minutes. Additionally, if you later decide to order an appetizer or change your mind on dessert, you can just let the waiter know. Another cringy thing you can do in the dining room is asking to order from the kids' menu. Guests of any age can order off a kids' menu in the main dining room. The menu doesn't change from day to day, but it still offers classic kid-friendly dishes like hamburgers, chicken fingers, grilled cheese, and spaghetti. If nothing on the regular menu sounds appealing to you, you are always welcome to order a dish from the kids' menu. Likewise, kids can order from the standard main dining room menu in lieu of a kids' menu. For instance, when cruising with my grandpa, every single night he wanted a brownie sundae from the kids' menu. So sure enough, our waiter every single night brought him a brownie from the kids menu. Although it was definitely not standard, it was nice to have the option to order from the kids menu. So this is definitely something to consider when you are cruising. You'll also want to avoid controversial topics with your table mates. If you are someone who ends up sharing a table with other passengers, you will want to do everything possible to avoid controversial topics. Discussing things like politics, religion, and controversial current events is a big no-no when you're dining in the main dining room. Nobody wants to feel uncomfortable while they're at dinner or start a fight with other passengers, so it is best to keep the discussions very civil. All right, everybody, that is all we have for today. Thanks for tuning in to Cruise Blog, and be sure and like and subscribe to our channel so that you can be notified every time we have a new video. Until next time, happy cruising.